Hi guys, Team Dose Line 671, coming at you with a very unique deck profile, and I do apologize for the background noise. It is early morning in Guam, but I'll go and provide you guys this unique deck build for the Edison format. This time we'll be showcasing 6 Samurai, not just any 6 Samurai. This one topped to my locals. To be fair, it was about 7-8 people, but I still managed to make 3rd place to this. Almost undefeated, only losing once. So as always, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell and be a part of the notification squad. And without further ado, let's show our first Edison deck profile. Remember, this is for the Edison formats. So there'll be some cards in here that are supposed to be limited in advance, but they are unlimited in this format. So anyways, let's go and get started. I went ahead and just played 2 Zanji. This is your big man, and his effect is very simple. As long as you control another 6 Samurai, when he battles a monster, at the end of the damage step, that monster that he battled is destroyed. The monster you attack that is destroyed. So as long as he's just attacking the monster, at the end of the damage step, the monster is destroyed. So let's say, for example, he attacks Spirit Reaper, and the Spirit Reaper doesn't die by battle. At the end of damage step, Sanji destroys the Spirit Reaper. So he comes in clutch for monsters that can't be destroyed by battle, or just like big monsters in general. He's your monster hunter, basically. Then in contrast of Zanji, we run 2 copies of Iroh, the 6 Samurai. This is pretty much your what is it called? Your Sasuke Samurai. As long as you control 6 Samurai with a different name, you could attack a face down defense when you attack a defense monster that's face down, that is, he automatically destroys him. Destroys that face down monster. And it comes in clutch. Also, each of these 6 Samurai have an ability where if they're about to be destroyed, you could destroy another 6 Samurai on the field instead. So let's say you have these 2 on the field, and they attack the Zanji, you could destroy Iroh instead. They look out for each other. They're Samurai. They fight as one. So to continue, we run 2 copies of Hand of the 6 Samurai. She's pretty much the exile force for 6 Samurai, just as long as you control another 6 Samurai. Doesn't have to be a different name. Also, you can keep on doing it if you know how to do the loop. I'll do a tutorial for that later on. And then to continue, we also run 1 copy of the 6 Samurai Kamon. Just 1. This helps against certain cards like Royal Oppression or like Necro Valley. Sometimes you just want to get rid of their floodgates, so his ability to destroy a face-up spawn trap in the field comes in clutch. Then we also run 1 copy of Yaichi, because this is in contrast of Kamon. This one destroys a set spar trap, so anything Mirror Force or Deep Prison, this one could destroy, even Magic Cylinder. And Soul Judgment, depending if they choose to non-negate your first summon. With Soul Judgment, that is. Okay, then, so we run 4 out of the 6 original 6 Samurai in here. Now for the big Samurai, we run 3 copies of the main man, Grandmaster. I designed this deck where they're not heavily relying on Grandmasters, so this is like a control variant of 6 Samurai, and it took me pretty far. So when I draw Grandmaster, he's more of a trump card to activate my gateway and everything, and to do the loop of gateway. I'll show you how to do the loop in here momentarily. And then for the bigger Samurai, or should I say bigger Shogun, you run 1 copy of Great Shogun Shien. Comes in clutch. I just run 1 because I want to draw him as a trump card if I want to push for game. And then also for the Shien monsters, we also run Inishi Shien's Chancellor. This one coming in clutch when they're like breaking my Samurai's board. I surprised them with Shien's Chancellor and I shot their monster. And not only that, I push for game with this one too. It kind of works as Shogun, as another Shogun basically. Okay, so that'll be it for the monster lineup, guys. Now for the spells, you guys would know it by now. We run 3 copies of Gateway of the 6. So I think a plane's passing by. Sorry. There's an airport right like almost nearby where I live, so don't mind the noise. So anyways, 3 copies of Gateway. This is your primary searcher. If you have 2 counters, you could pump up a Shin or 6 Samurai by 500 points. They're attacked by 500 points, that is. And if you remove 4 counters, you could search your 6 Samurai from your deck to your hand or add it from your graveyard to your hand. And also, if you have 6, you could target a Shin effect monster in your graveyard and special summon it. So essentially, this pumps up your 6 Samurai when need be. It's a walking reinforcement in the army and war returning alive for any of your 6 Samurai. If you just so happen to have Shin in your graveyard, you could use 6 to special summon him. He comes in clutch. Also, every time you no more special summon the 6 Samurai, you can add 2 counters on this, not just 1, 2. Then to continue, 3 copies of 6 Samurai United. Continue a spell, just like this one. When you no more special 6 Samurai, you place 1 Bushido counter, just 1 this time. And the max you can have is only 2 for this one. So you can send this to the graveyard to draw 2 cards, proving how much your power grade the deck works so well. Add to your draw power, you run 2 copies of Upstart Goblin. Only 2, because you don't want to draw too many of this. And you're probably rarely just using this so you could bring out your Gateway faster. Okay, so now not be it for the spells. We have a little bit more. We run 2 copies of Book of Moon because the combo so well of Iroh. You could Book of Moon a Stardust or something, and then you just run over it with Iroh. Super good. 1 copy of Reasoning because it's a really good card, especially in 6 Samurai where they have so many different levels, and you could just have the chance of busting out Shogun or Grandmaster, or even had the 6 Samurai Yaichi. It's gonna be very hard for them to guess. The most they call is the lower 6 Samurai, but that's about it. You're nearly almost guaranteed a Monster of Reasoning. Very good card in here. There's a reason why they had to limit to 1. Not because of 6 Samurai, but it's just that good. So to continue, we now have the Trap lineup. 3 copies of Reckless Greed. For the draw power, add on with the Upstart Goblin. Actually comes in clutch. I was able to draw my combo pieces. This is where primarily the deck lies, with the traps. And you'll see why this is a control variant for 6 Samurai. 1 copy or 2 copies of Boundless Trapple because it comes in clutch, especially if you don't want to deal with big monsters. And here's the secret weapon. I'll show you guys. Skill Drain. So Skill Drain, it does shut down a lot of your 6 Samurai, but there are some that actually work around Skill Drain. For one thing, all the 6 Samurai are big. Zanji's 1800, Iroh's 17, and the 6 Samurai is 16, and Kamon and Yaichi even have a decent attack of 13 and 15, well over 1000. Also, Grandmaster is a big guy too, so this deck actually goes really well with Skill Drain. Of course, Grandmaster's second ability still works. If he's destroyed by a card effect in any way, return a 6 Samurai from your graveyard to your hand, including himself. And the one that also works, believe it or not, is Hand the 6 Samurai, because you tribute as cost. So as long as you tribute herself, like it's her and another 6 Samurai, you just tribute herself as cost, and then the rest resolves while she's not on the field. So that goes around Skill Drain. Another monster that goes around Skill Drain is actually Zanji. As long as you attack a monster with this one while another 6 Samurai is on the field, he's destroyed. The rest of his effect resolves while he's not on the field. So end damage step, he's destroyed, the monster still gets destroyed. Zanji is that powerful on the battlefield. So if you're wondering how am I going to go around Skill Drain, it's mainly because 3 of your 6 Samurai still work around Skill Drain, and the rest of the 6 Samurai are just like big beaters. So you don't really have to worry about your 6 Samurai's effects. You're just mainly shutting down the opponent's effects, so you could just run over the monsters with your like big Samurai. Okay, so To continue, we also run. My stomach. Sorry. 2 copies of Compulse, because synchros are very big and very powerful, so Compulse works really well with those kinds of monsters. 2 copies of Starlight Road, because it comes in clutch. You don't want to deal with Heavy Storm or Judgment Dragon or anything big like that, or a Curse Attack. This comes in clutch so much. Then 2 copies of Dark Bribe to back up the Starlight Road. I guess they have like Giant Tornado or Cold Wave, you could just bribe them and they draw a card instead. And if it's just 1 copy like Cold Wave, then it's a very good card to use against them. And for the last, the counter traps, you run 1 copy of Solemn Judgment just to do all the above, what Starlight Road and Dark Bribe normally does, on top of just being an Omni Negate. For the 1-0s, we still run a copy of Mirror Force, because it's Mirror Force. It's a really good card in this format. Just 1 Deep Prison, because I don't really want to draw into too many. I feel 1 is all we need, and then 1 copy of Magic Cylinder, because it's that 1. So to me, this is Deep Prison, a 2nd copy Deep Prison, and then Mirror Force. I play Magic Cylinder instead of the 2nd Deep Prison, because sometimes you just need to deal that extra damage to win the game. So when the opponent swings with a big monster, you just Magic Cylinder. So it really comes in clutch, and it really surprises the opponent when they're not ready for Magic Cylinder or any of your traps. So that'll be it for the main deck. The side deck, I'll go and show you guys really quick. I ran 2 copies of Rivalry of the Warlords, 2 copies of Royal Oppression. I only side into this now because it's kind of hard for me to play Royal Oppression because there's like so many cards to go around it. But when I know for sure Royal Oppression works, I side into it. 2 copies of Mind Crush, because there's quite a few searchers in this game, even in this era of the game. So you want to play Mind Crush when you know for sure what they have in their hand. 1 copy of Needle Sealing. This comes in clutch, especially when I was battling X-Sabers. X-Sabers was the only deck I lost to. But the deck had a lot of gas, and my deck has a lot of defense, so it's literally the defense, or little, not defense, but it was literally a battle between an unstoppable force and an immovable object. So if I did manage to beat the X-Sabers, I wouldn't have went undefeated, but it's okay. It was a really good battle, and I was able to go toe-to-toe with them, so yeah. I think I did pretty well, if I do say so myself. So 1 Needle Sealing for X-Sabers or any Swarm deck, 1 Torrential Tribute for the same purpose, and also 1 copy of Dark's Tornado. Sometimes Floodgates really get in the way, so you just want that extra spell trap removal. Same with MST. You notice I'm only siding into these only because I want to concentrate heavily on the trap lineup for this version of the deck. But if I do need them, I do side them. 1 copy of Heavy Storm for the same reason. I only side when I really need it. 1 copy of Giant Tornado, same reason. 1 copy of Brain Control. 1 copy of Mind Control. We only side them when I know for sure they're playing a lot of monsters. And we still play an extra deck in here, just in case they leave a tuner on, and we could just bust out the Brain Control and Synchro Summon. 1 copy of Smashing Ground. And 2 for monster removal. That'll be it for the side deck. For the extra deck, it'll be very simple. 2 copies of Stardust Dragon. Just 2. Comes in clutch. I'll get a 3rd one when I have the chance, but during the tournament, I just play 2. Then just your standard Red Dragon Archfiend for a big beater. Black Rose Dragon. Again, if you manage to steal a tuner, you could just go into these guys, but mainly we're just going for the control lineup. 1 copy of Ancient Fairy Dragon for the extra field presence. 1 copy of Thought Roller to plow through like annoying targeting effects, so Thought Roller comes in clutch. 1 copy of Colossal Fighter, because there's just so many warrior monsters in here, he really comes in clutch to help your deck push for game. And then to continue the synchro lineup, we only run synchros in here. So Allied Justice Catastor for the auto kill. So he's like a Zanji, but for non-dark monsters, and it's at the start of down step. And we run Hyper Librarian, because you never know if you just draw that go into him and another synchro, draw the extra card. Uncopy Bryonic, because it's Bryonic. And last but not least, Goyo Guardian, because he's a very good card overall. So that'll be it for the deck profile, guys. And then I'll go and show you a brief tutorial of how to use the loop. So I'm just going to give you a basic hand, just to save you guys some time. So the ideal hand you want to draw for the loop is Gateway. At least one of the 6 samurai. So you want to see at least Zanji, or even Hand of the 6 samurai. At least one of them, so we'll just say Hand of the 6 samurai. And we'll say we drew into like Upstart, and then we have a few traps to back us up. So we have Bottomless Trap Hole. Let's say we drew into a Dark Bribe to protect our back row, and then Mirror Force, or we'll just say we drew into a Compulse. So this is just to showcase you guys how to play the deck. And let's say and this is 6, so we'll just go ahead and play from here. We'll go standby main. Let's say we're going 2nd, so we'll just activate our Gateway. Or first, we'll go ahead and activate our Upstart Goblin. So let's say we, just for the sake of showing you guys the combo, let's say we draw into the Gateway. So we draw, and there's Gateway. So we'll go ahead and activate Gateway. That's 1. Then we'll activate the 2nd Gateway. So how you do the loop with Hand of the 6 Samurai is that you normal summon Hand of the 6 Samurai. So this is 2 and 2. Don't forget that Gateway can remove counters from anywhere, not just itself. So you can move 2 counters from here, 2 counters from here. You search for your Grandmaster from your deck to your hand. Just like this. And then you special summon him. Then you have 2 and 2. Use Hand of 6 Samurai's effect to tribute to destroy. And then you still have 2 and 2. You return Grandmaster to your hand from your graveyard to your hand, or search another one. Special 2 and 2. And then tribute again to shoot. And then 2 and 2. Return or add to your hand Grandmaster. And the loop goes on, so you have a walking Regeki with just Hand of 6 Samurai. And then combo number 2. Let's say we did all of this, but let's say we do Upstart Goblin, but instead we drew into Skill Drain. And let's say we instead of drawing into, so this would normally be our starting hand. 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's say we didn't draw these, and we drew into Grandmaster. So I'll show you guys another trick. So let's just say we're going first. So Upstart Goblin, draw a card. It's another skill drain. And then we'll go normal summon, or activate Gateway. Then normal summon Hand of the 6 Samurai. So if you want, you could just wait, or you could just special summon Grandmaster. Then you search. I would just say search for a basic 6 Samurai that you might need later on, so like Zanji. So I'll show you guys how to play around your own skill drain. So you get your skill drain, and for the sake of continuity, we'll set another skill drain in case they pop one. And then we set the Dark Bribe to protect them. So it's the opponent's turn. They'll try to board wipe you. You bribe them, and then they try to activate monster effect. You surprise them with skill drain, and then they go, okay, what are you gonna do? You can't use your monsters. And they said, oh, on the contrary, you tribute Hand of 6 Samurai's cost, and the effect still resolves because she's no longer in the field. You pop their monster, and then boom, you have and then you could just normal summon Zanji, and then you could just attack from there, and you're just controlling the field. You pop this, and like, oh no, Oh yes, activate another skill drain. So that's how you basically go around skill drain. If you have a big monster, so what you do is they crash with Sanji, and then he goes to the graveyard, and then in a damage step, you still destroy the monster because Sanji is no longer on the field. So that's how you get around skill drain. Using 6 Samurai. So it's a very simple combo, but it works. It checks out very well. So that's the brief tutorial, guys, and this is my deck profile. So to be fair, I'll go and tell you the matchups. I managed to beat a Flamville deck. That was really hard, but I managed to push through. I got a bye in the first round, so that doesn't count. And the only matchup I lost was X Sabers. That was a long matchup though. It took a while to end, but I managed to get 2-1 and make 3rd place out of 8 players. And they're running crazy decks, but I still managed to top with this. I know it might not be much of a show or a showcase if I only really battled one deck and won, but it was Flamville, so I think that's something to show for. So anyways, guys, I hope you enjoy this deck profile. This really makes me feel nostalgic playing Edison again, especially with my original tournament deck, 6 Samurai. Pretty much the star card of the channel. The 6 Samurais. So anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for all your support. As always, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell, and be part of the notification squad. And I'll see you guys in the next video, and I hope to do more deck profiles for Edison. So see you around, guys. Thanks so much for all your support. Have a great day.